and the head of sponsorship for Ladbrokes, Mr. Rupert Facker. So, ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up receiving £15,000 in the trophy. And it goes to Snakebite Peter Wright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our winner, receiving £30,000, the magnificent trophy. Retaining his title as we crown him, the Ladbrokes World Series of Darts champion. Back-to-back, for the second time, MVD Mighty Michael Van Gerwen!
Many congratulations, Michael, defending your World Series title. But boy, was that a final, and boy, was that close. You had to work very hard.
Yeah, of course I had to work really hard. He played well, and I didn't play even close what I did in the games before. I don't know why. My darts were all going a bit strange in the dartboard, and yeah, I played rubbish, but I'm really glad I still won this game. That's of course the most important, and I gave him enough chances. I'm not going to give him any more.
How hard was that, closing out that final game and getting over the line? It really looked like for the first time you were rattled in the final, but you got it done.
Of course, it's difficult when the crowd is against Peter's on Peter's side. Then it's difficult to play against that. But I should know better, and it shouldn't distract me, to be fair. But on the end, I hit that last dart double two, and that was the most important.
Stay there. I just want to have a word with the man who the crowd have been cheering all the while. Peter, come over here. This time last year, Peter, almost the same story. You were stood here as the runner-up in this arena to the same guy, but this felt even closer. You are very, very close now to getting this job done. Do you feel that way?
I just want to say thank you to the support that I had tonight. Thank you, guys. That got me through my semi-finals to play in the final against a great champion of Michael Van Gerwen, you know. I want to thank my wife and my friends for coming up and support me. But I'm sticking with a set of darts, so watch out. I won't miss the weight next time.
Whatever it is about this place and this audience and this city, Peter, it clearly brings out the best in you. That is obvious.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, when you come home to Scotland, you know, well, I'm born in Scotland. I'm not a plastic jock, so whoever. And you guys, and I'll try and play well for you guys, and I think I'll do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you played a fantastic part in this evening. Well done. Congratulations. We'll see you again next year. And Michael, again, you move from here to Wolverhampton for the Grand Slam, to the Players, and then, of course, at the end of the year, the World Championship. And we spoke this time last year with this trophy about your chance of winning the World Champs. That has got to be your big ambition in what remains of 2016 now, surely.
Of course that's my ambition, but I think everyone knows that as well. But we got so many tournaments before. I'm not going to worry about myself already about the Worlds right now, because otherwise it can distract your focus in the other tournaments, and that's not my plan. I want to look tournament by tournament, and it goes well. I win most of the tournaments, so yeah, I'm a happy man.
You're a worthy champion too. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion here in the Braehead Arena, Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, congratulations, Michael Van Gerwen, once again. He and Peter Wright have royally entertained this crowd in Glasgow tonight. I've got Alan Warren Little and Chris Mason up here. How much credit do the pair of them deserve for what they've served up?
Yeah, they played their hearts out. I don't think Michael realises how well he played in that match. You know, over 100 average, 9 180s. I mean, they both played their part and what's been a fabulous tournament. It's been a great exhibition of darts. Got a feel for Peter. You know, he really is. You can tell he's trying so hard to get across that line and win his first TV title. But no doubt playing like that, it will come.
Yeah, he's so close. But Alan, what's the difference between the two there?
The difference is he missed his chance at the wrong time. You know, I mean, he's going to be gutted, to be honest, because the opportunity there would have given him the throw in that last leg. And I really do feel he would have gone on to win if he'd won, because the crowd was getting to Michael, it was getting louder, the crowd could see that Peter had a chance, but he just couldn't take it at that last moment.
It's just genuine belief. You know, I suppose I wouldn't know. Alan will be able to tell you, but once you've won one and got over that line, you know, you actually genuinely believe you can win it. You know, you can go up there and you've got the ability, but it's just having that final bit of belief. And because Michael does it, you know, week in, week out, nothing phases him. He's scared of nothing. There's nothing for him to be scared of. He's, you know, and although he didn't play at his absolute optimum best, I mean, it was still a fantastic performance from both. And both end up with, you know, way over 100 plus averages for the whole tournament. So that's just, you know, that's an example of how well they played in this event.
The opponent always does get an opportunity against Michael van Gerwen, but of course they don't take it when it matters to win the big one. With Peter, is that the case, as Chris says? You think that just taking that opportunity when it matters in one final, then he'll go on to win 2, 3, 4 maybe finals?
Well, yeah, we say that all along, don't we, with a lot of the players, and it's obviously so difficult now because of the standard and Michael van Gerwen domination. We had it with Phil Terry in the past, obviously, and obviously Eric in the earlier days. And that seems to throw itself up quite often in this game. There's so many tournaments now, there's a lot more opportunities. But because the way Michael's playing, and he almost seems like he's in his own front room, if you will, he seems so comfortable up there. But I do have to say, he was rattled at the end there. And he was so pleased that double went in.
You'd never know from watching the game tonight that that's a 15th victory in a row for Michael over Peter.
Yeah, it is quite a remarkable stat. Considering when we do see them play, majority of the time it is close. So it's just he's got the. When Phil had it, people very rarely turned up and played their best game against him. You know, because there was so much emphasis on it, and that's a bit like what Michael's got now. And ironically, everybody's playing their best game against Phil, and it's just one of them things. I think if once one of these guys sort of beats Michael a couple of times on the trot, they might get a little bit of a sign over him, and I genuinely believe they can beat him when he's at his best.
It was an unusual atmosphere for Michael van Gerwen tonight, with the crowd booing him, but a lot of it is in jest. So we're so close to the crowd here that we can tell some of them are smiling as they're doing it. But how do you think that affected him?
It definitely affected him, but I mean, the respect that the crowd showed for Michael at the end shows you that they do like him and love him as a player. They just wanted their man to win. That's all it was down to. They really wanted Peter to take it to the last leg, get the drama as they had in that semi-final, and just see the roof lift off in here. Would have been amazing, but wasn't quite there.
It's a catch-22 situation. I mean, the guys can play in a library and make no dough. You know, that's the way it goes, I'm afraid. But I mean, it was an amazing atmosphere, and Alan said at the end of it, they got him and give him a great round of applause and showed him the respect he deserves. But like I said, I do feel for Peter a little.
OK, well, thank you very much, Chris Mason, Alan Warren a little. We will see you in Minehead. And our next darts is at the end of the month, when we'll be at Butlins there for the Players' Championship Finals. It's a bigger field this year, with 64 players taking part. That starts on Friday, November the 25th at 12:45. And for all you snooker fans, our coverage of the Champion of Champions begins tomorrow. Join Jill Douglas from 12:45 here on ITV4. But here in Glasgow is a familiar sight. The Mean Green darting machine has done it again. 23 tournament victories this year, and is still ravenous for a few more. Good night.
Nice try, but I won't pass on this. A high five to everyone who helped you miss.